Have you ever wondered what lies beneath our feet? Hidden in the deepest chambers of the earth, far beyond the reach of human exploration, there is a network of ancient temples, forgotten by time, shrouded in mystery. But what if I told you that these sacred sites are not mere relics of a lost civilization, but instead the remnants of a forgotten knowledge that holds the key to the deepest mysteries of existence? Imagine for a moment that the Earth itself is a living, breathing entity, a vast cosmic temple. What if beneath the surface, the very foundation of this living being, was once home to a series of interconnected, sacred spaces, each designed to unlock the highest levels of consciousness, to transcend the boundaries of the physical world and enter the realms of the spirit? These temples, built by ancient civilizations long lost to history, may have been the portals to wisdom far beyond our understanding. Their teachings encoded in symbols, rituals, and structures that defy conventional logic. But these temples, like the wisdom they housed, have been forgotten by the world. Over centuries, their secrets have been buried, distorted, or destroyed. Some believe these sacred places exist in the physical world, while others suspect they lie hidden in the realms of the mind, waiting to be rediscovered by those who seek to unlock their hidden truths. And it is these truths that we will explore today. We will journey into the depths of history, philosophy, and the esoteric teachings that have surrounded these mysterious sites. As we uncover the truth about these hidden temples beneath the earth, we will confront not only the knowledge that has been hidden from the world, but also the very nature of human consciousness itself. What does it mean to access such ancient wisdom? And how might this knowledge alter the way we view ourselves, the earth, and the universe around us? In this video, we will unlock the hidden network of temples that lie beneath our feet, revealing their deep philosophical significance and the profound wisdom they contain. But beware, this journey is not for the faint of heart. The path is winding, the answers elusive, and the truth, once uncovered, may change everything. Are you ready to take the first step into the depths of the unknown? To understand the enigmatic network of temples hidden beneath the earth, we must first journey back to a time before recorded history. The truth of these sacred spaces was veiled by the mists of time, preserved only in the myths, legends, and cryptic symbols left behind by ancient civilizations. The historical context of these sites is not merely an academic exercise. It's the key to unlocking their true significance. The concept of hidden temples beneath the earth is not new. In fact, it can be found in the esoteric teachings of many ancient cultures, from the Tibetan Buddhists' hidden chambers of wisdom to the subterranean mysteries of the ancient Egyptians and Mayans. These temples were not built as mere places of worship, but as sacred portals, gateways between the earthly realm and higher states of consciousness. According to legend, these temples were deliberately hidden, either through physical concealment or through their connection to secret esoteric teachings that could only be accessed by those deemed worthy. In Tibetan Buddhism, there is the notion of the hidden lands, or Dawachen, which are said to exist in remote, inaccessible areas, both physical and spiritual. These places are not just geographical locations, but are also understood to be states of consciousness. The true meaning of these hidden lands lies not in a physical journey, but in a metaphysical one, where the seeker moves inward, uncovering layers of the self and unlocking dormant potential. This notion of hidden wisdom beneath the earth, tied to an inner journey, resonates with ancient traditions across the globe. The ancient Egyptians, too, believed that certain temples and pyramids were constructed to connect this world with the divine realm. The Great Pyramid of Giza, for example, is often seen as a symbol of ascension, a beacon guiding the soul towards enlightenment. But there is more to it than meets the eye. Beneath the pyramids, there are chambers and passageways that may hold keys to this metaphysical ascension, waiting to be unlocked by those who possess the proper knowledge. This secret knowledge was carefully guarded by the priesthood, passed down through generations in an oral tradition that shrouded the true meaning of the structures from the uninitiated. In the ancient Mayan civilization, the concept of the underworld was central to their understanding of the cosmos. The Maya believed that the underworld, or Xibalba, was a place of transformation, a realm where the soul journeyed through trials and tribulations before reaching enlightenment. This underworld was not just a place of death, it was a metaphorical space, a realm where hidden truths could be discovered and where the forces of life and death intersected. As with many of the world's most ancient traditions, these temples were not just physical structures, but spiritual gateways, tools for the transformation of consciousness. The belief in subterranean temples and hidden wisdom is pervasive, yet there is a reason why so many of these sites are left unspoken of, either deliberately obscured or forgotten over the ages. What we must realize is that these temples, whether physical or spiritual, were hidden for a reason. Knowledge, especially of the nature we are discussing, was not meant for the masses. The teachings contained within these sacred sites were reserved for those who were spiritually prepared, those who could comprehend the higher truths without succumbing to the ego's distortions. This is why, over time, these teachings have become fragmented, misinterpreted, or hidden from the general public. In essence, the historical significance of these temples lies not in their physical locations, but in the metaphysical truths they hold. To access them is to go beyond the surface, to peer into the depths of existence, and to seek not just knowledge, but wisdom that has been safeguarded by time itself. These ancient sites represent a delicate balance between the known and the unknown, a bridge between worlds that we, as modern seekers, are still attempting to cross. Now that we understand the historical and philosophical context of the hidden temples beneath the earth, it's time to delve into the core explanation of what makes these spaces so enigmatic and powerful. At the heart of these ancient sites lies a profound, timeless secret. The idea that these temples were not just constructed for ritual or worship, they were created with sacred geometry, a key to unlocking spiritual truths and awakening higher states of consciousness. Sacred geometry is the universal language of creation, a system of patterns and structures that resonate with the underlying fabric of existence. It's said that the ancient builders of these subterranean temples were not simply constructing physical structures, but they were aligning these temples with the very forces that govern the cosmos. To understand this, we must look at the geometry of the temples themselves and the sacred symbols that form their foundations. Let's begin with the concept of the underground labyrinth, which appears across many cultures. These labyrinths, often found beneath the earth or within temple complexes, are not just physical mazes. They are spiritual maps designed to guide the seeker towards self-realization. The path through the labyrinth represents the journey of the soul, a journey through trials, obstacles, and revelations. As the seeker makes their way through the twisting corridors, they must confront their own fears, desires, and illusions, much like the initiation process of the ancient mystery schools. But these labyrinths are not merely symbolic. They are intricately tied to the geometry of the earth itself. Many ancient temples were built with a precise understanding of the Earth's energy grid, lines of ley energy which crisscross the planet, connecting sacred sites like the pyramids, Stonehenge, and the temples of Angkor Wat. These lines are thought to carry vital cosmic energy, and the ancient builders knew how to tap into this flow, channeling the Earth's energy into the very foundations of their temples. This connection between geometry, energy, and consciousness is not something easily grasped by the logical mind. In the same way that the Fibonacci sequence appears throughout nature, sacred geometry manifests in the very structure of these hidden temples. The angles, proportions, and dimensions of these sites were carefully calculated to align with the natural forces of the earth. They were designed to amplify the spiritual energy of those who entered, transforming the physical space into a living, breathing conduit of higher wisdom. Take, for instance, the famous golden ratio, or phi. This ratio, which is found in everything from the petals of a flower to the spirals of galaxies, was known to the ancient builders who embedded it into the very design of their sacred temples. By understanding this ratio and incorporating it into their sacred spaces, they created environments that resonated with the harmonic frequencies of the universe. It is said that when you enter these spaces, whether physically or spiritually, the very geometry of the temple begins to resonate with your own energy field, creating a powerful symbiosis between you and the sacred space. One of the most profound examples of sacred geometry in underground temples can be found in the labyrinthine catacombs beneath the Vatican. Hidden beneath the surface of one of the world's most prominent religious centers lies a network of tunnels, crypts, and chambers. It is here, within these buried sanctuaries, that many of the church's most closely guarded secrets are said to reside. According to some esoteric traditions, the design of these catacombs was not only for concealment, but also to maintain a continuous flow of sacred energy, accessible only to those with the proper initiation. This sacred energy isn't confined to the physical realm, it is metaphysical, influencing the very fabric of the seeker's consciousness. The labyrinth, with its intricate pathways, symbolizes the journey of enlightenment, with each turn offering a new opportunity for self-discovery. The deeper you venture into these underground spaces, the more you uncover hidden truths about yourself, your connection to the cosmos, and your place in the grand scheme of existence. But there is more to these temples than just their architectural beauty. As we know, these sites were constructed with the purpose of spiritual awakening. They are said to contain hidden chambers, places where the ancient wisdom of the ages was preserved, waiting to be unlocked by the initiated. Some believe that these chambers are not physical at all, but exist on a different vibrational plane. These spiritual chambers are thought to be accessible only through altered states of consciousness, achieved through deep meditation, ritual, or the guidance of a master. Imagine walking into a temple like this. At first glance, it appears to be an ordinary stone structure, but as you step deeper into its corridors, something begins to shift. The air feels different, charged with a palpable energy. The further you go, the more you sense the presence of ancient guardians, those who have passed through these very halls, their energy still lingering in the atmosphere. The walls hum with the resonance of forgotten knowledge, and as you move forward, you feel yourself drawn into a state of heightened awareness where time and space seem to dissolve. This is the experience of the initiated, those who enter these sacred spaces with the proper reverence and preparation. To enter the hidden temples beneath the earth is not simply to explore physical ruins, but to embark on a journey into the self, unlocking the deepest mysteries of existence. Having explored the sacred geometry and energy that infuses these subterranean temples, let's now dive deeper into the mysteries that lie within these hidden realms. Beneath the Earth's surface, these temples are more than just spaces of worship or meditation. They are portals, thresholds between the physical world and higher realms of existence. In the pursuit of spiritual transformation, these temples serve as keys to unlocking hidden aspects of consciousness, offering glimpses into realms that are normally veiled from human perception. The paradox lies in the fact that these temples, despite being buried beneath layers of soil, stone, and time, are still alive with energy that operates on a different frequency than what we typically encounter in our everyday lives. The ancient initiates, knowing this, would use these spaces as a way to transcend their limited human experience and enter a state of heightened awareness. They would perform rituals, chant sacred mantras, and engage in meditative practices designed to open the doorway to the invisible worlds that lie beneath the surface of ordinary reality. One of the most intriguing aspects of these underground temples is the concept of hidden dimensions, alternate realities that are believed to be interwoven with our own. Ancient texts, such as the Tibetan Book of the Dead and the Egyptian Book of the Coming Forth by Day, speak of realms that exist alongside the material world, and how those who enter these realms can return with profound wisdom or transformative power. Some believe that these hidden temples are built atop interdimensional gateways, points of convergence between the earthly plane and higher spiritual dimensions. Another example can be found in the stories surrounding the Great Pyramid of Giza, an ancient structure whose secrets are still being unraveled. Beneath the pyramid lies a complex network of chambers, some of which remain unexplored. Esoteric traditions suggest that these chambers are not merely burial sites, but sacred spaces designed for the ascension of the soul. It is believed that within these chambers, initiates would undergo rites of passage, experiencing mystical visions and entering higher states of consciousness. The pyramid, in its design and location, aligns with the Earth's energy grid and functions as a powerful conductor of cosmic energy, much like the hidden temples beneath the Earth. But what makes these temples so unique is their ability to align with the natural cycles of the Earth. Many ancient cultures believe that the Earth itself is alive, an entity imbued with spiritual energy. The underground temples were often built in locations where the Earth's energy was believed to be particularly potent. These sites were seen as places where the Earth's power could be accessed and harnessed, acting as channels through which spiritual energy could flow. The closer the temple was to the Earth's core, the stronger the connection to the primal forces that govern life and death, creation and destruction. This deeper understanding of the Earth's energy as a living entity was lost over time, obscured by the rise of materialism and modern science. Yet there are still those who believe that the Earth's wisdom can be accessed, not through technology or intellect, but through a deep, intuitive connection with the land itself. By entering these ancient temples, one could tap into the Earth's wisdom, accessing knowledge that transcends human comprehension. As we explore these hidden temples, we must remember that they are not merely physical spaces, they are metaphysical portals, gateways to realms that exist beyond our limited perception. The question remains, what truths lie in the depths of the Earth, waiting to be uncovered? And what would happen to humanity if we were to reawaken these ancient temples and once again step into the mysteries that have been buried for so long? Now that we've explored the profound history and mysticism of these subterranean temples and their role as gateways to hidden dimensions, it's time to bring this knowledge into the practical realm. How can we, in the modern world, access the ancient wisdom and spiritual power locked within these underground sanctuaries? The answer lies not in finding these temples physically, but in cultivating the qualities of mind, body, and spirit that open us to the hidden dimensions within ourselves. These ancient temples were designed to assist initiates in their quest for inner transformation, to help them navigate the realms of consciousness that lie just beyond ordinary perception. Similarly, the modern seeker can embark on a path that mirrors the steps taken by these ancient practitioners. By learning to access higher states of awareness, by using rituals and practices that align us with the Earth's energy, and by recognizing the subtle energies that flow through us and around us. Creating sacred space. The first step in accessing the wisdom of these hidden temples is to create a sacred space within your environment. While the physical temples may no longer be accessible, the concept of sacred space is timeless. In ancient times, sacred spaces were carefully chosen and imbued with energy, and you can do the same in your home or place of meditation. Begin by choosing a location that feels particularly quiet or peaceful, where you can sit undisturbed. Decorate the space with objects that hold meaning for you: crystals, candles, incense, or items that remind you of the natural world. This space will become your personal gateway, where you can tune into the subtle energies that align with the wisdom of the Earth. Earth grounding techniques. Just as these underground temples were deeply connected to the Earth's energy, so too can we tap into that energy to strengthen our spiritual practice. One of the simplest and most powerful methods for grounding yourself in the Earth's energy is through barefoot contact with the ground, known as earthing or grounding. By walking barefoot on grass, dirt, or sand, you establish a direct physical connection with the Earth, allowing its energies to flow into your body. This practice helps to calm the mind, reduce stress, and re-establish a harmonious balance between body and spirit. Grounding is not just a physical practice, but a way to reconnect with the Earth's underlying wisdom, which is a central tenet of the sacred temples beneath our feet. Sacred rituals and chanting. In the ancient temples, initiates often engaged in rituals and chanting to align themselves with the cosmic forces and unlock hidden truths. You can incorporate similar practices into your daily life. Begin by creating a ritual, one that marks a transition from the mundane to the sacred. This can be as simple as lighting a candle, reciting a prayer or mantra, or even performing a ceremonial act like making an offering to the Earth. Chanting mantras or affirmations is a particularly powerful tool for accessing higher states of consciousness. The vibration of sound, when chanted with intention, resonates deeply within the body and soul, awakening latent spiritual potentials. Try using ancient mantras like the Tibetan Om Mani Padme Hum, or create your own affirmations that reflect your connection with the Earth and the higher realms. Meditative journeying. The key to understanding the hidden temples beneath the Earth is the ability to enter states of deep meditation. In these meditative states, you can journey to the inner sanctums of your own consciousness, discovering realms that parallel those beneath the Earth's surface. One powerful practice is shamanic journeying, where you use drumming or deep rhythmic sounds to enter an altered state of consciousness. During these journeys, you might envision yourself descending through layers of the earth, moving past caverns of stone, until you arrive at an ancient temple, a sanctuary of light, wisdom, and spiritual energy. In these journeys, you can meet guides, access hidden knowledge, or experience profound transformations. The practice of inner vision. Just as the ancient initiates would use sacred space and rituals to cultivate a heightened sense of inner vision, modern seekers can practice developing their own intuitive sight. Inner vision, often referred to as the third eye, is the ability to perceive energies, truths, or realities that are not visible to the ordinary senses. One way to develop this inner vision is through practices like meditation, breathwork, and mindfulness. Begin by focusing on your breath, quieting your mind, and allowing your consciousness to expand beyond the physical world. As you sit in silence, imagine opening a doorway within your mind, a doorway that leads to the depths of the earth or into other dimensions. Trust that your mind, when cultivated with focus and intention, will guide you to these unseen realms. Working with Earth's energy. One of the most profound lessons from the ancient temples is the recognition that the earth itself is a living being, full of wisdom and energy. In your own practice, you can work with this energy by simply paying attention to the natural rhythms and cycles of the earth. The changing of the seasons, the phases of the moon, and the movement of the planets all have an effect on our energy and consciousness. By attuning yourself to these cycles, you can align your spiritual practice with the Earth's natural rhythms. This can be as simple as meditating during the full moon, planting a tree to honor the earth, or fasting during a seasonal change to reconnect with the cycles of life and death. Overcoming obstacles. The path of the seeker is not without its challenges. The ancient initiates of the underground temples faced trials of endurance, tests of strength, and inner challenges to overcome their own fears and limitations. As you embark on your own spiritual journey, you may encounter resistance or obstacles along the way. Doubt, fear, or confusion. These are normal parts of the process, and they are often the very things that signal growth is occurring. When faced with obstacles, remember to trust in the process and surrender to the journey. Just as the underground temples require a willingness to descend into the depths of the earth, your own spiritual path requires a willingness to confront the darkness within and emerge transformed. With these practices, you are stepping into the very essence of the ancient wisdom that these hidden temples represent. By tuning into the earth's energies, working with sacred rituals, and cultivating the inner vision necessary to perceive hidden realms, you are aligning yourself with the mysteries that have been buried for centuries. The journey of the seeker is never truly complete, but with each step you move closer to unveiling the hidden truths that lie both beneath the earth and within yourself. As we come to the end of this exploration, we find ourselves standing at the threshold of an ancient and ongoing journey, a path not bound by time, but eternally rooted in the mysteries of the earth and the universe. The hidden temples beneath the surface of the earth are not merely physical locations. They are symbolic representations of the deeper, uncharted territories within us all. These sacred spaces invite us to explore the dimensions of consciousness, to understand the layers of the self that have remained veiled for so long, and to awaken to the truths that lie buried deep within the heart of the earth and within our own hearts. What we have uncovered here is not merely an ancient mystery, it is a key to a timeless truth. The journey to the sacred, the divine, and the hidden is a path of transformation. The teachings of the underground temples resonate through time, not as ancient relics of a forgotten past, but as living wisdom available to those who are ready to awaken. Just as the ancient practitioners would descend into the depths to find enlightenment, so too can we descend into the hidden corners of our own being to uncover the divine wisdom that resides there. The earth in all her mystery offers us her wisdom through silence, through the natural world, and through our connection to her. You too can awaken to the wisdom of the earth and the unseen realms. Each practice, each ritual, each moment of stillness brings you closer to unlocking the mysteries of these sacred spaces. What awaits you in these hidden chambers is not just knowledge, but a deeper understanding of yourself and your place within the vast, interconnected web of existence. The path of the seeker is never easy, but it is always rewarding. And so we close this chapter, but remember, the temple is within you, the earth is calling, the wisdom of the ages is within reach, and the journey is only just beginning. Will you descend into the depths to find what has been hidden from ordinary sight? Will you embrace the mysteries that await below, in the heart of the earth, and in the depths of your own soul? The secrets of the mysterious temples beneath the earth are yours to discover, but only if you dare to seek them. If this journey has awakened something within you, share your thoughts in the comments below. Are you ready to embark on your own path of discovery? Explore further with us as we continue to uncover the ancient knowledge that lies beneath the surface. Like, share, subscribe,